Thank you so much. Looking forward to speak. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. And I also brought back up, this is Brent Hampy, and he is with State Fair Community College. I kind of represent an umbrella of things. My main job is to be a business consultant for the Missouri SBDC and to serve the 4 counties around it. Collectively, myself and one other person, we serve 13 counties. Between the 2 of us, helping small business growth and develop. So my focus is Camden County, Hickory County, Laclede County, and Morgan County. And then I attached to State Fair is the only community college that hosts an SBDC in our state. So we're pretty proud of that. The other offices are at all the major universities, University of Missouri, University of Missouri, Kansas, Southern State, Cente. So we're really proud to have the opportunity to be a host center at State Fair. And I realized as I was talking that I'm going out of order and I'm going to end up repeating myself. So I'm going to try not to do that. My kids are always like, one and done, Mom, one and done. Give us the fast one, not the 30-minute dissertation. Also going to try to get my laptop up here where I can see you guys in the screen and try to stay on point here. So Brent is with State Fair Community College. They host the SBDC. We also work very closely with our department called the Learning Force. I tell you all of this because it's relative to small business. We have a lot of skill up programs. We have several programs to help some of the larger companies with whatever area of needs they're struggling through. Maybe it's a safety factor, maybe it's QuickBooks, whatever. But Brent specializes in our CDL program. He is the director. What is your official title, Brent? I'm sorry. Director of
CDA, commercial driving.
CDA. I wanted to say CDL, but I knew it was not right. So we just wanted to share all things that we do under that umbrella. Brent wanted to come down and I'm glad to have him with me. I'll talk about SBDC and State Fair and he'll talk about CDA and State Fair. So you'll have a broad overview of how we both serve this community. For today, I'll get started off here with Missouri SBDC at State Fair Community College. As I mentioned, we are the only host institution that is a community college. I got to move this little Zoom window out of the way here so I can get all this stuff right. Okay. And as I tried to explain there, we have funding partners that support my position and my coworker Kelly, who is up in Sedalia out of the main office at the main campus, State Fair. It's a conglomeration between the Small Business Administration on the federal level, MU Extension, and State Fair Community College. We offer no cost and confidential business consulting. We have certified executive level coaching and we are part of the Blue Mesa Group. We offer no to low cost trainings and there's a ton of them. And I will say on that note, if we have a training out there, but you're thinking of another one that we don't have, we are always looking for ways to improve and help our business owners. So if we're not thinking of it, bring it to us. We'll try to help, and having all of these educators around us, we can usually find the curriculum to support the need. So, and these are all the 13 counties that we serve: Bates, Benton, Camden, Cass, Henry, Hickory, Johnson, Laclede, Lafayette. I don't say that right because I spent a lot of time down south. Morgan, Pettis, Saline, that one either, and St. Clair counties. So, and what does the Small Business Administration consider a small business? As I took on my role about 2 years ago, I was kind of surprised to find out what truly is small business, because I was thinking small. But when you look at these numbers, they are pretty healthy. A small business is considered a maximum of 250 to 1,500 employees. There is a little category on the industries there. Maximum of 7.5 million to 38.5 million. Again, depending on the industry. And we follow all the NAICS codes when we're classifying our small businesses. And one fun statistic that's not on here that a lot of people don't know is that small businesses make up 90% of the nation's economy. And so it's not your Kohl's and your Lowe's and your Home Depots. It's your Certe Yamaha, it's your insurance businesses, it's your widget business, all of those things. I think that's pretty cool myself. So what have we done at our little center in Sedalia now here at Lake Ozark? We have hosted the SBDC Center since 2016, and since that time, we have served more than 1,500 entrepreneurs and small businesses, assisted in 153 new business starts, and we've provided 362 new jobs and support and retention to over, well, I'll just say nearly 27,000 jobs. We've provided 295 trainings to over 2,500 participants, and we've assisted clients in achieving or acquiring 44 million in loans and equity, just under 95 million in sales increases. That's impressive. That's just us right here in our little 13 counties of the state. These are some of the trainings, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna get a drink of water here. Too much coffee. But these are some of the trainings that we offer. And again, it's not an inclusive list, and it will change from time to time. One of my favorite things to talk about is the business plan basics. I love it when people come and write a business plan after they've started their business, because there's so many things that many people don't even think about. They like to go and do the thing they do, but when it comes down to dialing out the black and white numbers in that forecast, that business plan really puts things in perspective for them. Pardon me. So we have a platform that we offer 90 days free for anybody that would want to build a business plan. And again, having that information in black and white is super cool. And we can do that for anyone and help anyone through that. We have, and I have my list of classes. I don't have the promotional pieces yet. We're working on those. We just put together our training schedule for the fall and the spring. And on that list of trainings, you're going to find starting and managing a small business. We have a wonderful program that I'm about to post out later today that is strictly available online. And I have to tell you all, this one's a good one. And it's Facebook AI training. And I know, you know, when I started out in the working world without a cell phone and barely internet, when I heard what AI was, I got terrified, and I thought, oh my gosh, I'm writing business plans and we're integrating this tool into the business plan. I'm going to produce a bunch of liars because they're going to use this tool and just make up their stuff. And I was like, we can't have this. So I really shied away from it at first, but then I've now taken several classes out of the University of Missouri. I understand it much better, and it is an incredible tool. And given the proper guidance and the right set of morals, you definitely want to use AI and try to put some money back into your pocket, because in my world, time is money. And if you can save yourself a half hour, that's just money right back into your pocket. So it's an incredible training tool, and I will be pushing that out on our Facebook page. So I encourage you to follow us on Facebook too. It also gives a great tutorial on how to schedule your marketing. And I will say, I hear it all the time with my businesses. If they don't have, you know, if they have a tight budget, the first thing that goes away is marketing. And we absolutely can't do that. You have to market yourself. You have to market your business. And so the Facebook part of that training was incredible to me, because it provides that free platform, but also the ability to schedule things out, again, saving you time, and time is money. All these other ones are good ones as well. Understanding financial statements, which I often say, if you think you know, come with us. Maybe you could teach us something, but definitely don't shy away from understanding financial statements. Even if you think you're super good at it, there's always something to be learned there. QuickBooks, intellectual property, entrepreneurship, Launch You Boot Camp, which will be coming up in February for anybody that may want to start a business. It's a 4-week program, just a seated program on Fridays over those 4 weeks where we complete the business plan. We bring in an attorney, an accountant, and a marketing professional that will give you the advice that you often don't go seek out when you're starting your business. And then also succession planning when you're ready to toss those reins either over to the next person or close the doors. Trainings are typically designed as high-level overviews, so we often encourage anyone that attends our trainings that has more questions or more needs to come meet with us and let us help you one-on-one. We provide entrepreneurs and small businesses with leading-edge resources and expertise at no cost. Everything is 100% confidential in all phases of the business. So from concept to startup, growth, expansion, succession, and I don't see this on here, but I tell everybody all the time, exploration fits in there too, because sometimes we put these business plans together and we learn really quickly that it may not be a good idea, or we need to revise what our original thought was. So exploration, definitely. More things that we do as a consultant. We have a variety of fields and experience experts all across the board, international trade, manufacturing, and then all other resources that we lean on as well. The SBA is one of them with their loans, the 504 and the 7A. We have a group of individuals we work with that's called Start Here Network. They are over in Appleton City. Missouri Apex. This is an incredible group that I wish I would have known about years ago. This group of folks helps you do business with the government, whether it's the state, the federal, and if you've ever done any business with the government, there's a lot of hoops to go through. We walk you through all those hoops. We help you get signed up on the platform, cm.gov, Missouri Buys, and guide you through assistance if you need help applying for a grant. So we have a lot of specialists under our umbrella. Same with the Mid-America Trade Adjustment Assistance Centers. Very helpful in expanding. If you want to go sell your widget internationally, we've got the support for you to see you through that process. Economic Development Partners, SCORE, which I'd love to see us have a robust SCORE chapter in our community again. And then our local chambers and numerous others. MU Extension was not really highlighted on here, but they're also a wonderful partner of ours. Part of that business plan discussion, we use Live Plan. That is the platform that we use, and I have to say it is incredible software. I'm not a techie person, but I love this platform and how simple it is for just anyone to pick it up and put their business plan on paper. We lean on resources for our market research that are incredible and accurate. The Esri, SBDC, Net, DB and Hoover's, Vertical IQ. We can pretty much dial down all statistics for any community in any county in our state and give you a good idea about what's going on there with those reports that we have access to. And then for financials, we lean towards a platform called Profit Sense. I love them. BizMiner, and then also a business reference guide we can provide to you. Other tools that we use in regards to human resources, HR Simple and Burning Glass, and for marketing, Google Partner, which Google has done a lot lately, and we're not utilizing them as much, but I will say the Google Workspace and the business platform is pretty helpful. Succession planning tools, cybersecurity, we'll never stop talking about that. Leadership and management, and then Growth Wheel, which is another incredible platform that really helps folks with their their business and business plan. Man, I went through that quick. I thought I had at least 5 more slides there. Does anybody have any questions?
But, do you work with the Lake Ozark Council of Local Governments at all?
I do. And,
They could use your expertise.
you know, I'll speak to that a bit. I'm trying to think what we had. Steve Dust is the executive director, and Brian, I cannot remember his last name. Yes. I cannot remember for the life of me who was before him. And I think when that
Well,
trans,
it was, Andrew Connor, what's her name? Her kids. Why? Linda Connor.
yeah, Linda, okay, there we go. So I think that Linda was that I've been there forever and I've got this thing on lock, and you know what happens when you have that kind of expert in the organization and then they retire to go live a beautiful life. And so I think that's what happened. And so there was a bit of a learning curve with Brian, and I don't know that that was Brian's final destination, but he did a good job at carrying the ball best he could. I'm very excited that Steve Dust is the executive director now. And I had a wonderful conversation with him. We almost talk daily. And there is a grant opportunity that just came available Friday. We're on Wednesday. And so we just received information about a grant that Lake Ozark Council of Local Governments can apply for that will go directly into our community. And in our discussion yesterday, he said he was talking to our Community Development Association or Community Foundation for the Lake. And they're going to try to partner and go for that grant. And that is a hefty amount of money that we will then be able to put out sort of like a revolving loan fund. See, I act like I work with him and for him already.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's really neat that, especially small businesses.
We have a lot of great big projects going on in our community. There's no doubt. I think that's the base of a Ferris wheel I see over there on the edge of the lake at the Grand Place now. But there's so many other things. And for me, I am working for those folks that are starting the lawn care business. They're building the RV park, or maybe they're making a line of soaps, and their needs aren't in the millions. Their needs are in the 30,000 mark, but maybe there's a bankable situation or, you know, another growth pain point that we need those smaller amounts also going to our smaller businesses that have equally valuable projects, just different scale. So I love Stephen Dust, and I think we are going to see great things come out of Lake Ozark Council of Local Governments. I know he's spent a lot of time just getting his legs planted in there, and I think we can expect more, for sure. Do you all know Stephen Dust? He's wonderful. If you know, let's all get in the same space and talk sometime, for sure. Just to give you another idea, I kind of glanced over the trainings that are coming up, but I'm going to give you some dates of the things that I do have solidified. I hear this all the time about, do you have a QuickBooks class? Yes, we do. And I plan these in the spring and the fall, but based on the instructor, I almost cannot do them quarterly as much as I would like to. But just to share out, and anybody that is interested, we're going to do an introduction to QuickBooks on October the 15th of this year. And then we're going to do the advanced QuickBooks the following week. And these are on Tuesday evenings from 6 to 9 on October 22nd. So October 15th and October 22nd, introduction to QuickBooks, advanced QuickBooks. And if the fall is not working for you and you're working this far out in your calendar, we do have the spring dates identified as March 4th and March 11th of 2025. We're also going to do the starting and managing a business October 9th from 1 to 4, and that will be at our State Fair campus. Our boot camp, our launch you for starting a business, if you want to take the 4-week program, that's going to be the 4 Fridays in February of 2025. So that'd be the 7th, the 14th, the 21st, and the 28th. And then I did not write the date down, but I think it's October the 6th. I do have this firm. And I think this is really important for folks. If you are interested in government contracting at all or want to know anything about that, we're going to do an hour-and-a-half informational training on the 6th. I'm pretty sure it's November 6th. There's a lot of benefit there in doing business with the government. And then we're going to do the understanding financial statements on October 8th from 1 to 4. And it's going to be a busy October. And then one thing I really wanted to tell you about in talking about Steve Gus and other fun folks that we should connect with. Kelly and I just started a quarterly connect and collaborate where we want to have open dialogue with our small business owners. We want to come together on a quarterly basis for an hour. I believe I held these on Wednesday mornings. What we're looking for is other opportunities to serve you. So if we bring small businesses, and this idea came from another small business owner or 3 out of Sedalia earlier this year. And so we jumped on it and we put together what we call the quarterly connect and collaborate. It's got an hour-long meeting where I will come in and I'll bring you a snippet of a topic that may be burning in the air. Our first meeting, we talked about BOIN, if you all have heard that, but the beneficial ownership registration that small businesses are required for the federal government this year that they really haven't shared a whole lot of information on. So we're trying to bring little topics like that to the table. Another thing that was changed July 1st, we had some change in our wages and salary and non-exempt and exempt designations. So we're probably going to talk about that, just glaze over that and make sure you know where the resources are if you have further questions. But then the rest of that hour, we want our small business owners to share their wins, their successes, or their opportunities and challenges. Because we know among all of us that we've experienced it some way or another. And what better way without going through the pain of just, how am I going to figure this out? Let's get some like-minded people in the room to help each other through some of these challenges and collaborate maybe and just work together and help each other either overcome things or share these great wins that can be carried forward in other industries. So our next quarterly Connect and Collaborate is actually going to be hosted at the Bridal Cave Event Center. And we're looking at October 9th for that event. In the spring, those dates will be January 15th and April 16th. So if you can come out and join us, 8:30 to 9:30, October the 9th at Bridal Cave, and Central Bank is going to be sponsoring some coffee and donuts for that. Really looking forward. I think our first one, we had about 10 people in the room and some great ideas and discussion came from that. Also connections. Talked about Facebook AI. And then one thing that's starting to firm up that's, I think, really fun. We don't do a lot of it around here, but there's certainly a lot of liquid encouragement that flows through our community. So we're going to do a bartender class. I tried to do this last year. I always like to end on this one. This one's always fun. Me personally, a little bit about me. I've been in this area since 1978. My grandmother retired here with her girlfriends from Jefferson City, and they bought up a little dead-end road down KK. So I remember the original Grand Glaze Bridge. I remember the one stoplight. I remember the Carl's supermarket, and I remember the 6-hour wait in traffic to get back to Jeff City on Sunday. So I've seen the growth, and I absolutely love this community, and I want nothing more for us to be safe and healthy and prosper. I remember the days when I could get out on the lake in a canoe or a kayak and cross the main channel, and you just can't do that for a lot of reasons these days. But bartending and the alcohol scene is very vibrant here, and I may participate every now and again, but it's certainly something that concerns me when we mix the voting and the bars together. So I tried to do safety, bartending safety 101, and we did not get anybody to sign up for that last year. So we're going to try this again, and we're going to call it mixology. And we're going to talk about a holiday or a seasonal beverage and teach everybody how to make that. Then we're also going to talk about serving safe and all the key important things that our bartenders need to be reminded of sometimes as we're serving our locals and our tourists alike. So we will be doing bartender training October 28th. Just before Halloween. It will be from 1 to 5. That one will have a cost to it, and I am firming up location and sponsors for that event, so you'll have more to follow on that. But it will be fun. We did a successful bartending class up in Sedalia last fall, and it was like wildfire. Everyone that attended the first one, they're asking for when the next one is. So, yes.
When you do the pop cruise thing where you throw
See, like, all right, so even though I've been here since 78, I should say off and on, because, I'm a military brat, originally, and I love to travel, and so I did live in Las Vegas for 2 years, and, I will say 2 weeks after having moved there, I knew it was not the place for me, but I stuck it out. I wasn't a quitter. But that's what I'm thinking. That's what I want to see. Okay, mixology's fun. Let's get in that. But I want to see some showmanship, right? And that would be really fun. I'm on the search for a professional bartender that would be able to come in and teach us some of those things. We'll have to talk about, what insurance level might have to be increased on that. I don't know, but wouldn't that be fun though if we had some more bars or restaurants that cater to that? It would be fun.
So if we're in touch with folks and want to refer somebody to your resources and what you're doing, how do they find you? Are you on State Fair's website?
I am. I don't have my own website. I always tell everybody as wide open as Facebook is, that's the easiest way. We have Missouri SBDC at State Fair Community College. You can walk in the doors at the community college. If you really are having trouble finding me, go down and see Casey Cloak at the Chamber of Commerce. She's got my personal cell number, so she'll hunt me down. But my number, my email address right here, and I'm in State Fair. I have the satellite office down here at the Camdenton Chamber, and I try to be here on Wednesdays, but the client's needs kind of move me where I need to be sometimes. But yeah, Facebook, when all else fails, right? Hunt us down.
if you want to do true collaboration, it's better to do it.
It's
Facebook has become the collaborator of all collaborators.
there are so many statistics that prove why in-person meetings are so important. I will forever rest on that because I did spend 25 years in the hospitality business planning meetings. So, but there is value too, face to face. I also want to bring up Brent here and talk more about some of the other things that we do at State Fair, because while we have this wonderful business component within the learning course, we also have Brent here to talk about the CDA, and then I'll recap on some other items the learning course can do for your businesses as well.
Thank you, Paige. I just spent a couple of minutes. I want to highlight a program that we have that is funded by a grant. Make sure everybody's aware because it's a time-limited opportunity. As you know, in February of 22, federal law changed and you have to have a training through a federal registered provider to get a CDL. So in that, we have to provide the training. The training package is $5,210 for a 3 point. So be able to offer this free is a great opportunity. We want to make sure the employers, business people are aware to the employees you like to upscale, people like CDL, young people coming in. CDL is a great thing to have as you go through your career, you change hats several times. You may be between major jobs and want to earn some money. CDL is a great thing to have, you do those kinds of things. So, to back up, well, let me clarify, I am not a backup to Paige and her team. SBDC is wonderful in Missouri, and Kelly and Paige are a wonderful team and are well recognized in Missouri. It's a top team. So you have a great resource here. I encourage you to do that. She mentioned the learning force. The learning force at State Community College is the #1 administrator of Missouri One Star Funding. So they do a lot of customized trainings for employers. We're trying to customize trainings for employees, and write those trainings and deliver those. So a great team. I'm glad to be part of that. Thank you, Paige, for letting me here. CDL program, State Fair of Sedalia has been in action since 2004. Last year we had 4 instructors at one time and 4 trucks running. So we've expanded the program. We're in Boonville. We can serve the lake area, and we have 2 trucks running in Sedalia. Last year I think we trained 80 people. So anyway, if you have any interest or know somebody that needs the CDL, I can leave some flyers. And I'll be here eating this wonderful country cured ham. I used to go to the governor's ham breakfast, but this year I'm not going. I saw a country cured ham on the menu. I just couldn't resist. So I'll get around if you have any questions or want business card. Visit me. Thank you, Paige.
Absolutely, and Brent, just to reiterate this, we have funding to cover the cost.
Yes.
Of this.
So it will be a free training. And this is
CDL.
through June 25. So anybody that's maybe turning 18 before June next year, would like CDL, you take time to do it.
Thank you, Brent. Thank you. So, that's it in a nutshell, folks. Thank you for having us.